Hi guys, I am Commander Shepherd and this is my favourite shop on the Citadel. Welcome to the Friday Night Rant. So you're all having a great weekend. I finished work at 7 o'clock this morning, so I've had a teensy bit of sleep, then jumped up straight onto some gaming. So let's crack on with a beer and then we'll go through some rumours. And by beer, I actually mean a cider. So this week we've gone with Thatcher's cider. I've never had this before, so this is a new one. And it's 2011 vintage Old Oak, which is actually oak aged. I don't know where Old Oak came from. Somerset cider. So let's give this a go. And it's 7.4%, so quite strong stuff. I'm going to be a bit of a caveman. I'm going to go straight from the bottle. That's very sweet. I don't know why. I expected beer then, for some reason. No, that's nice. That's different. I don't know how I'm going to feel at the end of it, but we'll soon find out. So let's move on then. I don't want to spend an entire episode just simply talking about rumours, because that's what the previous episode was. But obviously, as we're going to be getting closer to E3, more rumours are going to be coming out. So there's a few that's made itself out of the woodwork. I just want to tell you my opinion on it. And again, opinion. This isn't fact. This is what I think from a rumour I've heard. And this is my spin on it. So don't shoot me down for having an opinion. So first of all then, Wii U news. As I said last week, the Wii U is supposed to have graphics which is on par with current gen consoles. So therefore, when the next gen consoles come out, it'll be outdated and blah, blah, blah. But some new information's come out this week. Simply saying, last week the creators of Darksiders simply said that the graphics are on par with today's graphics, so that's where the rumour first came from. Now we've got a rumour coming from GameIndustries.biz that simply say the graphics are actually poorer than current graphics of today. But now Gearbox, who are actually working on the new Aliens game for the Wii U, actually said the graphics are vastly superior than what it is to current gen consoles. So therefore you've got three rumours then. You've got on par, under par and above par. So you can't take anything from it. It's just so many different rumours going around. I think the only thing you can say is we don't know what's happening with the Wii U graphics. So we'll just leave that as a God knows, but we're probably guessing at better graphics than what we've got now, because it would be a stupid move to just go on par. Right, other rumour then for the PlayStation 4, or Orbis if we're going with that name now, and that is simply that it will not be backwards compatible at all with the PlayStation 3. Which to me is quite annoying because, like, if they was creating a new type of player, so they was going with the X-ray or Green Ray or something stupid like that, and obviously the previous games was on Blu-ray, then I can see there's the issue, that's the problem, like, at the moment they're using Blu-ray, they don't really support going back to PlayStation 2 because that was on DVD format, so I can see the problem. But if they're on Blu-ray now, and the next console's probably going to have Blu-ray, I can't see why they can't just shift it across. So if that rumour's true, that's quite upsetting that we can't just use our PlayStation 3 games in the PlayStation 4. And on top of that, this is a beautiful rumour, which I was told, and straight away I was like, this is bullshit, but I just need to speak about it because it's so stupid that if you believe this, then you don't deserve to have a console. And the rumour simply is, if you buy a PlayStation 4, it won't work unless you've got a PlayStation 3 account. So your actual PlayStation Network account must have been activated on a PlayStation 3 to therefore have it on a PlayStation 4. So apparently Sony think it's a good tactic to go, we might be able to get some people from Microsoft over to the Sony bandwagon once we release this console. But to stop them actually buying the console, we'll say no, because you didn't buy the previous model, you're not allowed to buy the new model, which is just absolute bull. So I'm not even going to go, that's my opinion, it's bullshit. I'm going to flat out say, that's bullshit. And then that brings us over to the Xbox 3, 720, Durango, whatever we want to call it today. And all that is it sounds like they may have actually secured the Blu-ray player. Now, a lot of people shut me down saying, oh, Philips made it, or XYZ made it, Sony don't actually own it. Well, Sony have a lot of backing behind it, so they've got the fingers in that pie. And at the same time, apparently the decoding software was created by Sony, so that's why they want to sell it on. But again, rumours and speculation. I'm just saying what I've heard, and these are my opinions. But it sounds like Microsoft may have secured the Blu-ray player. If so, that's awesome, because that means we actually get it on Blu-rays, we won't have to perhaps go to SD cards, or we have to do multiple DVDs. So if we've secured Blu-ray, that's absolutely awesome news for it. And one other rumour that I heard this week simply was, where we've got this anti-use policy and all this lot to try and deter people from buying second-hand games, one of the rumours going around at the moment is simply, if you buy a brand new Xbox game, if you put it in, you play through, you'll start to get achievements and they'll unlock. The rumour says that if you then sell this game on somebody else, what it would do is it will actually take the achievements away from you. So when you sell a game, as soon as it's activated on someone else's console, you'll actually lose your game score. It will disappear because it's been activated somewhere else. Now, I will call that bullshit as well, simply because, again, opinion, that's not a strong enough reason to deter people from selling a game. I wouldn't sit there and go, this game's worth £20, but I best not sell it because I'll lose 100g. I don't care about that. That's getting sold anyway. But the only thing that they do is annoy the person that they're actually doing, and that's not the best thing to do at the moment, simply because we've got a voice and we've been using it very strongly lately, and that's simply because Soper obviously came round, everybody united, and we said no, we are not having this, we won't let the bill pass, and we stopped it. We came together. Then this game came out, we wasn't happy with the ending. People got together and says, no, we don't like the ending. So they says, right, we're going to release some DLC for it. So again, we've got an opinion, we voiced it, and it did actually change something. So now I think gamers are getting used to actually being more vocal, taking a stand and saying, no, you can't do this. And I think that's awesome that we're doing it. You know what I mean? If they release something or they try and give us some DLC and we say, no, that's not good enough, we shouldn't say, okay, let's just buy it. We should use our voice, all come together and stop them. And the thing is, I think Microsoft and Sony and stuff like that are starting to learn that obviously we're very vocal and it's best not to piss the gamers off. So by introducing something like getting rid of your achievement score, to me, it wouldn't stop people selling it, it would just annoy them, and the best thing to do is not to annoy your fans. So that's exactly why I would assume that's a rumour. So with that, the thing is, lately, where they're saying, obviously, you can't perhaps sell these games on, you can't do this, you can't do that. Obviously, a lot of these are just rumours at the moment, but what I feel is that it's actually pushing a lot of people to contemplate piracy. Now, the entire idea of this is, obviously, they want to make it easier for us, and they should be making it a bit cheaper for us to encourage people not to pirate things and actually come to the light side and actually pay for what you actually enjoy. Now, I feel like the exact opposite thing is happening. They're kind of bringing this DLC out now and forcing all this stuff down our neck. There are a lot of people going, do you know what? F this. I'm actually just going to download it off the internet. And I think that pushing people into the hand of piracy, which is a very weird thing for them to do, but it does feel like they're kind of encouraging it at the moment. So I was thinking the other day, what things could they do? Because obviously they don't want to start giving out free DLC and all this lot, because at the end of the day, that's the way they make the money. But there is a few things they can do, what I think, which would actually help us as gamers and benefit them in the long run. Now, the major thing is, last week I simply says, what console would you buy and why? And a lot of people all said the very similar thing, and it was they would buy whatever console it would be, but the reason for it would be mainly because their friends are buying it. So a lot of people are going to buy the console that their friends are going to buy. So I'm actually the same. As much as I am an Xbox fanboy, if all my friends went out and brought the PlayStation, I would be buying the PlayStation because I need to follow them. I'm a sheep and I want to play with my friends. So at the end of the day, a lot of people come down to, I will buy that because of my friends. So the best thing they need to do is help us make that decision. Now, I think what a clever thing they could simply do is give us group discount on consoles. So, for instance, there's 4 of my friends that went out. If the console was leased at £250, which it won't be, I know it's going to be a lot more expensive, but instead of us forking out £1,000, let us shell out £800 or so, and then we get a group discount for the actual consoles. And that could encourage people to jump different ships, because they can save themselves a lot of money by doing it in group discount. And I think the same could be done for games. And a lot of people go, oh yeah, you might just group discount buy the game, then sell the games off, and then just keep the one for yourself. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things you've got to do to dial in to make sure people don't do that. But I just think they should actually think about selling things in group discount, and that will benefit us, the gamers, and it will encourage us to perhaps buy more, because if I know I can get a game, but if I can get 2 more people to buy it with me, I'll get a discount, I would encourage them to buy it. So therefore, they've got 2 more people now playing that game. That's potential 2 more people to buy DLC. So in the long run, I think it would benefit them. Now, another thing what I was thinking about is where we were just talking about the achievements. I said we, like me and you, are conversing together, but yet you're in the camera staring back at me with your dead eyes. But yeah, where we was talking about the achievements, simply saying that if you sell on a game, it removes the achievements and so on. One thing which could be a reasonable idea for them to do is simply say, if you buy a game brand new, you can earn achievements from it, but if it's second hand, then you can't. But to try and stop us obviously all kicking off, what they could then do is say, when you earn 1,000 score, we'll give you 100 Microsoft points to spend. Now that would actually work for me, because if I went into a shop and I was like, there's a game second hand, and there it is brand new, a bit more dearer, I would simply go, but I will get that because I can get my achievements and actually build up some Microsoft points that I can buy some DLC with. So I'd actually buy the brand new game. And fair enough, Microsoft are giving away free points, but at the same time, they're actually getting people buying more first-hand games. So again, that's the thing that they should be doing. They're thinking how to benefit the gamer, but at the same time, they'll be making a profit themselves. But it doesn't sound like they do that. It sounds like everyone's just going, yeah, let's just rape them for as much DLC money as we can. And the last thing, actually, what I would like to see them do is simply, instead of calling it DLC, which is downloadable content, I think they should pass a new law simply saying now, if something's on the disc already, they removed it from the game, but it's still sat there, so when you buy this DLC, actually all you're doing is activating a code, that should go by the name of PLC, preloaded content. So we actually know if we're paying for some downloadable content or some preloaded content. Because personally, if it's downloadable content that's came out 6 months later to keep the game fresh, I might buy it. But if I know that's PLC, I ain't touching it because I want to vote with my wallet and I want them to know that I am not happy to buy those products. So, right, that's the rumour side finished, which at the moment it's saying 13 minutes. I'll probably squish it down to about 8, but good segment of rumours again. So, let's bring back something we haven't done in a few weeks. Yes, it's EA time. So first of all then, EA's done something this week which I thought, obviously, that sounds like an EA tactic, but just gone over the top. And what they decided to do is on Battlefield 3, if you can't be bothered to grind all the way up and actually unlock your weapons, so in other words, if you don't want to play the game, you just want to jump to the end and get the good weapons, which to me I can't understand why anyone would want to do, but still, it's completely up to you how you want to play your game. They've decided that you can now buy the weapon packs, so you can instantly unlock everything that's already in the game. Now, I've got no problem with that. If somebody wants to be lazy and just jump and go, right, I want all the best weapons, then they can pay for that code that activates it. The thing that kind of shocked me is if they charge 400 points, 800 points, I go, you know what I mean, it's a bit steep, someone's stupid enough to pay for it, let them. But they've decided the best price to charge for it is actually 3,200 Microsoft points, which actually works out to be dearer than £20. So therefore, if you pay £40 for your game, and you actually want to unlock all the weapons, you've got to pay an additional £20+. So you could be looking at £60 just to be able to play the weapons that are already in the game, which is absolutely crazy. And if anyone pays that, you're a mug and you are just fueling the fire. But the best bit about EA gossip this week is simply that they was voted the worst company of 2012, or it could be 2011 actually, can't quite remember, but it doesn't matter. It's not a very proud thing to know that you are the worst company of them all. So yes, they've been voted the evil, worst, whatever company. And a lot of people going, yes, they deserve it. And then I start to read some information about some shilling. And what it is obviously EA's got investors, and if investors read that it's the worst company going and stuff like that, sometimes the shares start to plummet depending on rumours and stuff like that. That's the way the world works. But apparently, people are going onto forums and onto different topics or Reddit or whatever it is, and they're voicing their opinion saying EA is bad because of this, or they shouldn't do that, shouldn't do that. So they're actually saying structured topics and arguments and keeping it on target. Now the rumour is EA are paying some trolls, staff, whatever you want to call them, to actually go onto these forums and derail the conversations. So if you're talking about something legit, saying I can't believe they're actually charging for this DLC, somebody will come in and start calling people a fag, or going, oh, only fags pay this and fags do this, and it kind of derails the arguments. So it stops people actually getting to the end game where they're saying, what should we do about this? Shall we all stop buying this DLC or anything like that? So they keep railroading all these arguments. Now, is this true? I don't know, but it's EA and they are pure evil, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're doing this. So what people are doing, there's some banners going around at the moment, it's simply saying, if you want to say something about EA, and you're going to do it on a forum or whatever it be, stay on target. If a troll comes in from a different angle, talking about something completely different, stay on target, because it could potentially be an EA staff trying to derail your conversation. So just make sure, if you've gotten a point, stick to the point. So while we're talking about EA, we might as well just cover Mass Effect. So obviously the Mass Effect fans aren't happy with the game. Don't worry, I'm not going to say any spoilers whatsoever. I've already spoke about that in a previous video. But every day goes by, the ending grates on me more and more. So BioWare have obviously said they're going to be releasing some DLC, and have come forward and actually said it's going to be free DLC. Which is good. I'm glad they decided to give us the ending for free, seems we've already paid for it. But the problem is, there was a theory going around what the ending could be. Again, shan't go into that because there's some potential spoilers in there. But that new ending sounded to be potentially one of the best endings of a game ever. So I was instantly hyped going, this could be awesome. But what they've actually said is they're not giving you any extra game footage. All it is when you actually complete the game again, so you have to load up your previous save game and just do the last, 30-minute push. Just do that all again. And then when you get to the end, you'll actually have a bit more detailed ending. So in other words, instead of just giving you a generic ending as such, it's going to be a bit more tailor-made to what you've done in the previous history of Mass Effect. Now, first of all, I welcome that because I don't want the same ending that everybody else is getting. I want a bit more of a custom tailor one to exactly how I've treated all the characters within the Mass Effect universe. But that's it, that's all they said they're doing, which to me is upsetting, and there's plot holes in there, and I don't know how they're going to plug the plot holes, but we shall see. So I can't form a proper opinion until this DLC is out, but it's not looking good, and it just sounds like they should have gone out with a bang, and they went out with a little pop. That was a little pop instead of a big bang. But yeah, it still hurts a bit. We need to go off topic now. I can't keep talking about Mass Effect. And it's time for the question of the week. So the reason I'm standing up is simply because the SD card became full, and I had to stick it onto the PC, get it all back off, and then for some reason I just couldn't finish my sentences. So I'm going to freestyle it standing up now because I'm getting sick of putting this on the tripod, putting the SD card back in, and so and so. And all it is I've asked a very similar question to this in the past, but all I want to know is a bit more information, and it simply is, everybody likes the idea of saving up towards the new consoles, and if you're clever enough, you've got that pot of cash put aside. Not many people do it. A lot of people hope to do it, but they never do. But this year I've been sensible, and I've actually put £100 so far away for the new consoles. So the question of the week is quite simple. If you've actually managed to save any money, how much have you saved so far? And have you been tempted to actually dip into it so far? Now, I've done quite well. I've put the £100 online, so I can't actually get my hands on it, but because it's online, it could quite easily spend it on eBay. And to be fair, if you're trying to go for like a full Mass Effect collection, it can get quite pricey. So there's a few times I've actually looked at money and gone, oh, I could buy that now, and then I need to, no, and I've calmed myself down and stopped myself spending my console money. So the question of the week is quite simple. How much money have you saved so far for your new consoles, and have you been tempted to spend it yet, I was trying to say. See, so close to nailing a perfect ending, and I cocked it up again. So that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I shall enjoy my cider, and I'm going to kick back and play some Skyrim. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.